and staff in presenting you this plaque. Thank you for serving as our 64th Stairway concert guest conductor. And I'll read it. It says to Chris Peterson, thank you for your commitment to excellence in music education and for sharing your talents with our students. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Tom. Thank you, everyone in this audience. You know, as you heard in the introduction, I travel around a bit and do these things quite often. It's not all that often that I get to see such a comprehensive K-12 music program, and you should be so proud of what you. As the world becomes more and more complicated and we have to start thinking more and more critically, what we find is that education that creates only right and wrong answers is sort of getting outdated these days. And so the arts provide a framework where we can work in gray areas where there's not just one. Art is never finished, only abandoned. And I think what he was getting at is this idea that we can work all day on something in music, and it can get closer and closer to perfection, but we never reach it. Not because there is no perfection, but because there are so many different kinds of expressiveness that we can work with. And we actually address the whole child when we teach music and the other arts. The fact that this district is not only committed with their voice to music, but also with their dollars, is also something that you should be very, very proud of. It doesn't happen. Give yourselves a hand for that. Pretty good research, but it's mostly, we need a lot more research, but what we find is that students who are involved in music, especially K-12 music, do better on everything. It's sort of, the arts are the part of education that brings all those. It has something to do with just making them belong and having them feel like they're part of something important. And it also has something to do with addressing the entire mind. It's kind of loud in there. Howard Gardner, the great brain researcher, talks about 7 intelligences, and now he actually has more, of which music is one. And only 2 of those intelligences are spatial and linguistic. And so when we teach just math and reading, which are very important skills, we may be leaving behind many others. And music is one of the foundations of music education all the way back to the Greeks. They understood that music teaches the whole person. And so again, the idea that there's no short-sightedness in Santa Monica, Malibu, in terms of the whole child. I want to tell you, I'm one of the luckiest people in the world because I get to come in and work with these guys after most of the hard work is done, and notes are learned and that kind of thing. And that's a nice feeling. But these students don't just sing notes. You've noticed that. All the way from the elementary chorus, singing so beautifully, all the way up to the high school singing complicated music from memory. It doesn't happen by accident. Malcolm Gladwell, I believe it was Malcolm Gladwell who wrote the book Outliers. If you read that book, he talks about how expertise isn't something that happens by chance. It's something that's developed over time, where you get 10,000 hours of experience and expertise in something. Well, music is something that when you start, when you're 6 years old, is almost too late. And what we find out is that musical aptitude is often set right around being 5 years old or so. But music is often in the home. And when music is valued in the community, it does start earlier. I can see the progression of what is happening here. It's a wonderful thing. When you start them off and they get wonderful instruction from credentialed teachers from the very beginning all the way up to the top, great things can happen. It not only makes you have quality of life, it gives you quality in life when you have the arts within you, not just something you look at. I have one other quote I'd like to leave you with, from one of the greatest educators I've ever met. Her name is Cheryl Lavender. She's a general music teacher in Wisconsin. And she said, it's not so amazing that children make beautiful music, but that music makes beautiful children. So thanks for letting me be with you.